be businesses.
And that would make me Peter.
We are the co-founders of Explore ProTech Entrepreneurial Haven. You are watching the coffee shop conversation show for entrepreneurs. Every week, once a week, we get together with some of the most beautiful, amazing entrepreneurs in the entire world, and we talk about things that has to do with entrepreneurship. And it's literally like you're going into a coffee shop with your best friends in the whole world, except they are all entrepreneurs and all the stuff we're talking about is entrepreneurial stuff. So welcome so much if you're joining us once again. We love having you here. This is the one place where you can feel safe, you can connect with other entrepreneurs, get some awesome advice, and get some heart back for the week. So thank you so much for being here. Remember to update us in the live stream, give us a shout out if you're here, let us know how you're doing, what you're wondering about, if everything else. And yeah, we'd love to connect with you.
Let's not forget that if you hear an answer that you actually like, their links will be in the description below. That's how we connect. Reach out.
Yeah, so all of our beautiful entrepreneurs that are on the screen right now, we have all of their LinkedIn links, and we will be listing those in the description right after this live stream, so you can go and connect with the people that you resonate with, the people that are speaking about stuff you maybe need more help on. And that's how we roll, bringing you the best people from all around the world. So here we go. The way that this show works, if you're joining us for the first time, we have all of our entrepreneurs on the screen. We have a topic that we're going to be talking about today. That topic is business intelligence for entrepreneurs. And if our tribe members want to, or our guests want to talk about this topic, they have a comment or something to say, something to contribute to the conversation, they're going to put up their heart emoticon on the screen like so, and that is how me and Peter will be able to cue them into the conversation so we can all chat together like an entrepreneurial family. Awesome. Okay, cool. So today we also have a very special guest with us. We're so excited to have Dr. Meiya from Fanancium Magazine with us. Dr. Meiya, it's fantastic to have you here. Why don't you kick this off and actually tell us a bit more about what is business intelligence and why is it important for entrepreneurs to know about it?
Thanks, Nastine. That's putting me on the spot. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where the GPS coordinates are. Look, let's just break the two words into, let's look at the two words in isolation, business and intelligence. And maybe let's start with intelligence. Intelligence is really the ability to have the multifaceted understanding of whatever it is that you are doing. So in this case, it's business. So we're basically saying, what are the multifaceted ways to comprehend how I am establishing, running my business in a sustainable manner? Now, there are really three elements in business. And then when you look at business intelligence, anything and everything that we do really revolves around these three things. The first one, it's you, the entrepreneur, who either wants to remove the pain or wants to increase the joy for the second player in business, for the end user or the client. And what is bringing us together here is the ability to transact. And that's where profitability and sustainability comes in. So in very simple terms, business intelligence is the ability to bring the entrepreneur, the client, and the mode of transaction, which should lead to sustainable businesses or business. And then when you look at these three pillars of business intelligence, sorry about that, it's me going through the intersection. When you look at these three elements of business intelligence, what do we need to be asking ourselves? What should be the metrics that guides or that informs us in knowing that we have the insight that we can claim to use intelligence into business? And what are these insights that drive business, for an example? The first one is let's not underestimate their psychological and emotional attachments to business. Or put it differently, this is what we will call what is the why in business. What is that thing that keeps you at night that you don't sleep? That is the emotional and psychological aspect of business that will build into business intelligence. I mean, the second one that we'll then want to look at, what are the legal aspects of the business that you're running? Now, as a matter of fact, if we're operating a business across the globe, across different geographies, it goes without saying that we need to be very cognizant, because if you're not aware or cognizant of the legal imperatives of business in the industry that you're operating, before you know it, either you're running into serious legal bills, or you actually be threatening to close down. So it's critical that when you're building business for sustainability, you need to understand the legal implications of different geographical areas where you're operating, and within the industry where you operate. For an example, some business you need to have a license, others you don't need to. Now, the third thing, so I said the psychographic and emotional, legal. The third thing is, what is the product or the service? Now, one thing that as entrepreneurs we've got to realize very early, is customers or clients are not interested in what you're selling. They're interested in how you're going to make their life better. How is your product or your service addressing my needs? Why should I spend $1? How should I spend a dime on what you're providing? Until we understand what we offer, it's a critical part of
Okay, we seem to have lost a Meiya. Oops.
Sorry, Dr. Meiya. And I was so looking forward to hearing more on this topic. Let's maybe just give you a chance to complete the drive.
Conversation engagement.
And then we'll hear from you again.
Sorry,
I think the signal is just a bit bad.
Did I lose you? Now I was saying, let me pause so that we can have a more conversational engagement than me just talking. Sure.
Thank you so much, Dr. Meiya, for those words of wisdom. Chris, do you have something to add on this topic of business intelligence?
So yes, what an awesome topic. And Dr. Meiya is one of those people who can sit with you and take you through all of the details, every single piece and every step of the way. Whereas something I wish I'd known is I had more business intelligence and acumen going into starting my own business. Because the last 2 years would have gone a lot better. It's very much like they say in Game of Thrones. You know nothing, Jon Snow. And I thought I knew about business because I was in corporate and I did business for a long time. And then when you run your own business, you know nothing, Jon Snow. So it's my typical personality is I went in, let's do a business and we'll work it out as we go along. Probably not the best way. So as always, I say get your basics in place and build from there. But you've got to have some basics for business in place before you make that step. Even if you're going as a solopreneur or whatever the case may be, get those in place. From a marketing perspective, business acumen, plan, have a strategy, get those basics in place. If you don't know who your company is, what you're about, what your message is, who your target market is, and what your unique selling point is, you will be spending your life shooting in the dark. So get that in place. That's one of the basics that you can have in place for your business that'll help you grow and thrive. That's it for me, Chris Colby from Live to Dream. We reboot your marketing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Chris. That's some awesome insight. Let's go to who else has something to say on this topic?
Well, before we go to somebody else, business intelligence, not everybody is meant to be highly intelligent. It doesn't mean you can't run your own business. Sometimes to be the smartest person, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. So a really clever way of going about business is surround yourself with people that specialize in different areas of business. It's just the smart thing to do. If you want to learn about marketing, surround yourself with people that do marketing. You don't always have to know everything, but please be smart enough to surround yourself with people that do.
I mean, from an accounting perspective, business intelligence literally refers to the different ratios that we have available to us, looking at things like key performance indicators and your liquidity ratios, your solvency ratios, sustainability, turnover of customers and stock and everything. So I think it's really about discovering those key cornerstone aspects of your business and then making sure that you focus and build on that. But let's move over to someone else that is very intelligent in business. Andrew, do you want to tell us a bit more about your thoughts on business intelligence for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Nthoesane. Thank you. It's really nice to be back on this platform. It's so many new faces. I haven't seen anyone here other than you guys, but yeah, I was part of Explore ProTech way back in the day, and yeah, really, really good to be visiting again. For me, the word business intelligence, well, at least intelligence, going back to what Meiya was saying earlier, is broken down into sort of three really important sections. When it comes to business, we first have to have the knowledge of what it is that we do, what it is that we deliver. That one being a very important thing, because without the knowledge of what we do, well, we ain't got it. We need to apply the knowledge and be able to generate skill. So knowledge and skill is what delivers our ability to deliver. And that's the third word, which is our ability. And there's two sides of that term ability. There's our perceived ability, which comes to sales, marketing, all of that sort of stuff. And then there's our ability to link cause and effect. And what Dr. Meiya was saying earlier, you know, how people have a need, or we can make, you know, something better for them in business. We need to have the ability to pick up on that and act on that. And that's, you know, really important. So those three words for me is what creates that intelligence in business, is the knowledge of what we do, the skill to deliver it, and our ability to pick up on that cause and effect, and that ability to perceive the market around us and engage with the market around us. So yeah, those three are really important, and that for me kind of like summarizes that the intelligence part of it. But yeah, I mean the business side of it, that is, let's not get me started on that topic, because that'll keep me going for a very, very long time. The most important thing, I think, there, again, what Dr. Meiya was saying was, is know your why. So know what your priorities are, know what the issues are that you're solving in the community, what it is that you are delivering for people, and then build and work around that. I'm a really big believer. Chris said earlier about you know, plan when it comes to marketing and delivering something for your client base. I don't believe in doing a business plan and then it gets shelved away or sent to the bank for you know, applying for business loans or whatever the case is. I have a living business plan, and I refer to it all the time. I'm updating it all the time, so I can see my whole journey from beginning to end. I can see, you know, what's changing in the marketplace. In my live business plan, I've got a section where I'm looking at my competitors. I'm looking at what, you know, people that do what I do, well, people that think they can do what I do. I'm checking them out. I'm looking to see, you know, what it is that they're delivering, what works for them, why is that not working for me. I'm always tracking my competitors, and that's part of that live document. And that comes, you know, back to, you know, that business intelligence isn't just about analyzing data, which is a really big part of it. In Nthoesane's world, it's all about analyzing those formulas, knowing those formulas. But business intelligence comes from using what you have, analyzing what you have. And for me, it's analyzing the needs of the community and being able to deliver on those.
Stunning, Andrew. We have missed you. Oh my goodness. What an awesome summary. I love that. And that is Andrew Range from your business is PS Training and Development.
Yeah, still PS Training and Development. We're doing really well at the moment. So yeah, thanks.
Epic. Love that. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Andrew. Natasha, you also had your Whatsup, and I can't wait to hear from a creativepreneur. What's your take on business intelligence?
Hi, everyone. Well, I think for me, the biggest thing with business intelligence is out of all of the business owners and entrepreneurs I've spoken to, so many people have kind of deep-ended when they started their business. It was kind of business was built out of essential, I've got to eat, I've got to do something, I have to start a business to start. And the biggest thing with that is go with what you're passionate about, go with what you can do, go with your why, but then also don't be scared to ask. Every master has a teacher. If, like Nestine sounded like she was speaking Chinese about analysis and acronyms and all of these fun things that she loves doing, and it was absolute Chinese for me. But that's why I know when it comes to analysis, ask. People are so scared to ask. You can still be a master of your industry and receive guidance from somebody who knows what they're doing. And Andrew, I have to say, I completely agree with you. A business plan is not set in stone. It's great to have a plan, don't get me wrong, but grow with it. I started one business and ended up with three, almost four. That'll get there. But but that's what I'm saying. Grow with it. Don't go, no, I'm not doing this opportunity because my plan says go this way. Take that short left every now and again and see where it goes. Always go with it and just listen to the universe. And that's kind of business intelligence for me. And that's Natasha from Scribble Art.
Awesome.
And your other three businesses, Natasha?
So it's Scribble Art, which is art, craft, and therapy, Designer Art Africa, which is fine art and art consulting, and Designer Art Graphics, which is graphic design and branding.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
So we're seeing a bit of a trend here. We seem to be mentioning the business model and how flexible it actually should be when you're creating that business plan. So who all agrees that we should have a flexible business plan?
100%.
Okay, I like the trend.
One thing that I was thinking about now also that Andrew, and I think everyone kind of touched on this a little bit, is where we learned most of our business acumen from, which is from people around us. You also mentioned this. Really, the most amazing, I've learned like some of the most amazing skills and like pieces of knowledge that you'll ever find in the whole world. And I literally learned that from different people in the tribe. So different business coaches, different entrepreneurs, people that are experts from all different industries. And it's just like we just all feed each other. It's like you get so knowledgeable because everyone is literally just there to help you and feed you the knowledge. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, starting off this journey being coached by people like Stephen Levy and Stephen Westwood, just absolutely incredible what we've been able to learn from a marketing perspective, from a leadership perspective. Even Andrew, the stuff that I've been able to learn from Andrew in terms of structuring an actual business, absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's if you need more business intelligence, this is the place to be. I promise you. It's just absolutely amazing. You'll never stop learning in this tribe. Okay, so let's maybe go to Natalie. Natalie, what's your take on business intelligence?
Okay, I'm going to only really speak to what's already been covered in a sense, because Andrew covered everything, so he left us no gaps. But the point that I think with regards to business intelligence is you need to piece your delivery to your customer's need. What exactly is it that the client wants, and what exactly does your product and solution answer to? And when you can get intelligence on that, then you can reach the market the right way and provide the service and fulfill the project's needs completely. So that's my take on that. Okay, and I'm Natalie Clack, Just Be Coaching Company in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much, Natalie. Another way to gather really awesome pieces of advice from your fellow entrepreneurs is to actually read what they've written down. Like, a lot of people are creating really amazing pieces of content, putting out some of their value out there so that you can get to know them. Just the same as we're doing with the coffee shop show. We're doing this just speaking about what we know about and about the passions that we have. And that is because we want to put our value out there. We want to show you guys what we've got in stock for you. So one of the ways to really also gather this vast amount of business intelligence is to look at what entrepreneurs have written down. And that's why I'm so excited about that our special guest for the evening has stopped driving. So,
Before we go there,
yeah.
I think we should go to one of our first-time visitors.
Okay, let's go to one of our first-time visitors and hear her input. And then Dr. Meiya is going to share some really, really awesome news with you that's really going to make you very happy with regards to where you can gather your business intelligence. But let's go to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, what's your take on business intelligence?
Hi, good evening, everybody. Lovely to be on this platform, and thank you to Chris for inviting me. So for me, it would be, if you look at your client holistically. Look at the individual and look at the business that they would like to put out, because the two can't operate separately. Once you understand the client and you understand the client's pain points, you will easily narrow it down to the business, because the client is the business. And then also sometimes clients would say things that they can't hear themselves saying. So just sit back and listen to what they've got to say and hold the space for them when they say it and give it back to them, because that within holds so many times the answers for what they're looking for, and they just can't hear themselves saying it. So that is me, Wilhelmina, and I'm from WS Perfumes, and I'm a perfume psychologist. Thank you, Chris, for inviting me, and I know I'm going to enjoy this group thoroughly.
Oh, awesome. I actually really like that. You know, one of the things that I'm a firm believer in is that if I'm meeting somebody for the first time, especially on a Zoom call, we've never met before, we haven't introduced our businesses, we don't know each other, I'm a firm believer in actually speaking second. For me, it's almost like the person is just loading ammunition on you, because the more they speak, not only about themselves and their business, the more you actually get to know who they are, what they need, and how you can solve that. So I really agree with that.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Wilhelmina. Awesome. First time appearance on the Coffee Shop Conversation Show, guys. Her link will be down below, so all of you can go and connect with our very awesome special guest. Thank you, Wilhelmina. Okay, Dr. Meiya, please tell us about this awesome new opportunity that you've created for more business intelligence for all of our entrepreneurs. We can't wait to hear about it.
No, thanks. But I think before we go there, you know, two things. Business has spoken about competitive edge or competitive advantage a lot. Now, we will have realized, at least that most of us sitting on this table, that competitive advantage is a thing of the past. Today, we're talking about collaborative intelligence or collaborative advantage. Your competitors are really not your competitors, but are the people who you collaborate with. And that's another place where you get the intelligence. Because we have soon realized that even though we could offer the same offering, we're not really offering the exact offering. So we need to move away from competitive advantage or competitive edge and consider collaborative edge or collaborative advantage. Now, let me contradict what I said earlier, and it's really not a contradiction. I've said, you know, we need to understand the pain that we remove from the clients or the joy that we want to increase. But as Steve Jobs said, clients don't know what they want. So maybe sometimes as an entrepreneur, it's our duty to realize what we believe the clients need, and create an industry where none exists. And when you start creating the industry, you cannot but create an industry by falling a number of times, making a lot of mistakes. And guess what? That's intelligence right there. You now know how not to do A, B, C, D, and E. You can refine an industry that you want to generate. But I mean, I think what you're talking about here is, I mean, we're launching the Financium Business Magazine. And I mean, probably what we need to talk about, there are so many magazines, so what? Why do you need another business magazine? Well, a simple answer is the same thing as telling Elon Musk that you've got so many car makers. Why do you want to make Tesla? It's the same thing. So the need in the business environment always exists. So our why this magazine is to make able to engage with agribusiness people from Kansas City to Keiskammahoek in East London. We want to make sure that we can engage with entrepreneurs in Bollywood, Lagos, the same way we can engage with entrepreneurs in Hollywood, Los Angeles. We want to make sure that we bring business to UK, London, the same way we communicate business practices for
You're muted, Meiya.
Yeah, when it falls, it mutes me. But what I was saying there, sorry guys, and sorry viewers, but the tribe knows this happens a lot. But I was saying, the same way we want to engage with business people, entrepreneurs, startups, scaling up or establish to give us ideas in UK, London, at the same scale, but we're engaging with them in East London. So that is our why. And in our research, this is the magazine that took a work of 10 years work. It was a 10 years in making. And maybe in business literature, one could argue that was procrastination. Well, it's not procrastination. And maybe what we're doing is to wait for the voice and the direction to take.
Okay, we keep losing Meiya. It looks like he's on the go.
Okay, maybe if we started 10 years ago, found so much value. Magazine that will be notion. I'm not the one muting it. I don't know what's happening. It mutes itself. Probably says I'm talking too much. But in any case, the Financium Magazine, we're sitting, we're having contributors, and maybe let me.
Okay, I think it's the connectivity that keeps jumping up and down, and then it keeps muting him in the background.
Maybe we can just tell the viewers about it. So, Dr. Meiya, I'm just going to jump in here. Basically, Dr. Meiya is launching a fantastic, amazing Financium business magazine. And as part of this launch offer, he's making available to all of you guys the ability to tell your story, showcase your value, and to make that available to all the other entrepreneurs out there. So literally, we have put, or we are going to put, Chris, a link in the description below to where you can get in touch with Dr. Meiya, and you can showcase everything you're about. You can contribute to this beautiful magazine and voices from entrepreneurs all over the world. And that's all completely free. There is a paid option if you want to have your advertising in the actual magazine. It's very affordable for the launch edition, but there's definitely the option to just contribute to the magazine as well. So please go ahead and click on the link if you want to get in touch with Dr. Meiya and get your content in front of the eyes of thousands of entrepreneurs from around the world. So that's our
for the launch edition, even the advert is for free. We have found some sponsors, so putting an advert, an advertorial, it's for free. It's gratis.
Oh,
wow. Amazing! Thank you so much, Dr. Meiya.
Let's use this opportunity to really build something great, something new. I can tell you now, but it's still in the making. In October, November, we'll be launching the Business Awards, which will then showcase in the issue of January. So I'm inviting those who want to showcase their business in the launch. That will be somewhere mid-April. Please contact me. Let's put your advert there. It's for free, no design fee, nothing. And if you want to contribute or profile your company, do that. We can squeeze and still find a page or have a page to profile you, or you can share the best practices.
Nice.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Dr. Meiya. So everyone on Zoom, everyone watching on YouTube, last week we also had an incredible offer for you guys, but this is literally your chance. So get in touch with Dr. Meiya. The designs that they are doing are beautiful. Like, I'll say that because I saw the design that he did for our business and it's absolutely fantastic. I don't know which graphic designer you're actually using, Dr. Meiya, but he or she is brilliant. So get in touch with this guy. Guys. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This is an amazing, fantastic opportunity for all you entrepreneurs out there. Okay, cool. So more on business intelligence.
And I don't know why you're looking at me.
I don't know why, but it seems like Natasha's laughing. Anyway, I just quickly want to give a shout out. I'm always blaming it on Natasha. Let me give a shout out to Richard Knight, Natalie's guest. Richard, thank you so much for being on YouTube and for your amazing comments. So Richard says the E-Myth Revisited by Michael Hadberg is the best first business book. Do what we are good at and outsource everything else. Don't try and be all things to all people. That's incredible advice. Thank you so much for that, Richard. That's something we always say as well. Surround yourself with experts so you can focus on what you're good at and use them for what they're good at. So moving on, let's go to...
Before we move on, there used to be a way of doing networking. And that was basically when two people would get together and discuss their businesses and see how they could help each other. There's a new way of doing networking. And literally, it is all about building real, authentic relationships. It's about having the mentality of actually getting to know somebody while getting to know what their business is. And that's where good business comes from. It comes from the relationship that you actually build. So if we look at the new way of doing networking, be strategic about who you meet. Build relationships strategically chosen. Make sure that you are actually building a real relationship and not just trying to suck the life force out of somebody. There are so many people around the world with so many different areas of expertise, from business coaches to branding specialists to marketers to accountants. Goodness me. There are so many different people. Go forth and build relationships with them. That's kind of intelligent to do.
Very intelligent to do. Some of the best moves we've made in business has come from that strategy. So I couldn't agree more. Chris, you said you had a question.
Yes. So the big theme is ask. Well, here I am, blooming well asking. Where do we start? There's a long list. There's business plans, there's financial plans, there's cash flow statements, there's marketing plans, marketing strategies, there's cash flow, business sales funnels and avatars for customers, and so that gets overwhelming. I like things easy and simple. So to the panelists here, what would be the 3 top main things that you do first? Get those right, and then build on from there. Where would be the first places to learn, Google, watch tutorials, chat to my network of amazing people to find out more? Where do I start, man?
Wow.
Hearts up, people. Which panelists want to go for this question? Where should we start? I mean, I can answer it for about 30 minutes if you guys want me to. Or you can put up your hearts and take part in the conversation. So who wants to go for it? Where do we start? Top 3 moves.
I mean, I can give you top 3 moves in a couple of seconds.
Please don't.
Build relationships, number one. Number two, build more relationships. Number three, build more relationships than you built in step two.
Epic. I like that strategy. Good. Okay. Andrew, do you have a different strategy, a different top three, or the same top three?
Well, it's actually on the same sort of tiers. What Peter was saying right there in terms of building up relationship. I think a good place to start for a lot of people, not everyone, because not everyone has the same problem. And I've found that I had to overcome this issue to really push forward in my business was get rid of the fear of picking up the phone, get rid of the fear of having real conversations with people, and don't have a doubt in your mind that by picking up the phone and just talking to someone, isn't going to lead to something, isn't going to lead to new business, or there's no point to that. Sales is a very sort of horrible word that people shy away from. And part of that sales is, having the courage to pick up the phone, call people, know who your clients are. Even if you're not quite sure what to say to them, still have that that awkward conversation with them. It will amount to something. The more of these conversations we are having, the less fear we will generate, and we'll be able to ultimately generate more business for us.
Love that, Andrew. What an awesome way to start. I can definitely, I'm from accounting, I'm not from sales. So I can definitely, you guys know how afraid I am of my phone. I usually take a week to respond to messages just to get over that fear. So I can definitely relate to that, Andrew. And I can also see that once we start talking to people more, that's where actual opportunities come from. Also, on the same note, don't be afraid to chat to people on LinkedIn. I see so many entrepreneurs come to us and they're like, we don't have enough business. I'm like, have you tried LinkedIn lead generation? They're like, no. Or yes, they've tried it, but it doesn't really work. It just means you're not doing it enough.
I've bumped into a person that labels themselves as a networker. I'm like, oh, well, then we should definitely do an online virtual coffee. No, I don't meet people.
So there are some of those people on LinkedIn, but what you can also find is some good people. You just have to sift through the people to find your tribe.
Yep.
That's all it's about. Let's hear from Dr. Meiya. Dr. Meiya, let's pray to the internet gods. Can you give us your top 3 moves? Where do we start?
Well, I nearly said cancel the hard because you guys have responded to. But let me put the same answer differently. Chris, where do you start? Where do you think your potential client is? Where do they hang around? In their more relaxed state. I'm not saying go to the office. I tend to find that you do more business when you're meeting clients in their more relaxed environment. That's point number 1. And number 2, stop selling. We don't sell. The minute you sell, you can imagine, only today, probably you've had 3 calls, somebody trying to sell you something. And I found that the minute you stop selling is the key sales strategy to communicating value and building a real relationship. Now, the contradict is business is about selling. But I'm saying for you to sell, don't sell, because you will sell more when you're not selling, but building a relationship.
Thank you so much, Dr. Meiya. That was a flawless internet run. Woohoo! We're getting somewhere, guys. And I have to tell you what Chris said in the chat. Chris said, so we stalk them at bars and spas. Now that's business intelligence for you. I love you guys so much. Let's go to Wilhelmina. You had your heart up. Do you want to tell us where do we start?
I think as being in sales, which all of us are nowadays, it's like when you go to a network event or when you do network, treat it as your own party. People don't know your story and they can't tell you when you're wrong because it's your story that you're telling. Own your space, own your words, and own your truth, and just speak it. So also when you face to face with somebody you don't know, don't stand directly face to face. Always stand at a 45-degree angle so that somebody else can also come into your conversation. And when you allow that space for other people to come in, people are more attracted to you. They're more drawn to you because of your open space, you know, your open heart and your open mind. So own the space that you're operating in. Know what you want to achieve. And like Dr. Meiya said, don't sell, because when you don't sell, people also respect you because they know that you are here for an objective, but you don't take it out on them. So the respect comes through more. So just own your space and just, like you said, Dr. Meiya said, be relaxed and be comfortable. And the more you can do that, the more you can speak from that perspective, you will just attract people that you don't even know that's attracted to you. And sometimes it's just a fragrance that you give off. So that is why it's good to speak to a perfume psychologist before you do these things. So that's me, Wilhelmina. Thank you so much.
I really like that. Now, one of our areas of business, or the way that we communicate on our platform, is that we have a members-only WhatsApp group. And as new people join, the group gets bigger and it gets bigger. And something I've always been very strong on is the fact that I do not allow advertising in our space. I don't allow it. It kind of forces everybody in the space to actually build the relationships that they need to build, have the conversations that they need to have. And when something new comes out, or they create a new product, or instead of just sending this blast of advertising out that everybody does not like, they can actually approach people and go, hey, listen, we built this relationship. I've got this new thing coming up. What do you think? And the relationships will make it flourish. A little poster with a price point, and I solve your problem and a pain point. A little poster, it does great. It doesn't work. Build the actual relationships. Works a whole lot better.
And I learned something new today. I'm so happy. Now I know I need to do the 45-degree angle. So I'll be there with my measuring tape at every networking event from now.
Actually, 45-degree angle to make sure that you are allowing other people into the conversation and being open, and a tape measure for social distancing. So it's 45 and slightly back.
I did not know that. That is such a cool thing to know. I am so going to start doing that. Thank you so much, Wilhelmina. I had something else to say, but no, I forgot.
I'm going to send Ernestine to a physical networking event with a measuring tape and a set square.
And Peter will be recording the whole thing with the GoPro, so you guys will get to watch it live on YouTube. Click that subscribe button, hey? But okay, yeah, I remember. This is what I need to say. Okay, so I'm having too much fun today. Business intelligence, yeah. So one very important thing I think is don't be afraid to ask, but ask the right people. So literally, I'm not afraid to ask. I'm very good at taking direction, if I do say so myself, because I'm a people pleaser.
Well, who are the right people?
But in the beginning, I was asking just people that I knew before, like my family. You know, what should I do next in business? What do you think of this business idea? And if I had listened to them, I would have closed down my business like 7 years ago already. But what happens when you actually ask people like Dr. Meiya, Chris, Andrew, Wilhelmina, Natasha, Natalie, and Richard on YouTube, then you get proper answers. You get people that actually understand the world of business and love it as much as you do, that can give you proper insight and answers. You just have to be open to receiving all the knowledge.
Well, here's a quick tool. How do you figure out who the right people are? For me personally, if I'm approaching somebody that is an expert on a particular topic, And I'm like, I really need help with this particular topic. Can we get together and have a conversation? And they're like, yes, but now for $99.99, you can buy my book, and all the answers are in there. Wrong person. You want to meet up with somebody that is engaging, that actually wants to have a conversation, that somebody that does have the answers that you need and that is willing to engage to give you those answers. If you can find somebody like that, then have the conversation. It's all part of meeting people and figuring out who they are, giving them an opportunity to figure out who you are, so you can actually figure out how can their expertise help me and how can I help them. It's always a two-way street. If it's not a two-way street, don't even start. Don't even start. Finding the right people takes time. You want to be strategic about it, but at the same time, you don't want to just talk to everyone, because either that everyone's trying to sell you something, buy this now and get all your answers. Run a million miles. If somebody's not looking to engage, but they just want to sell you something because it's a solution or a quick solution, run. Run. Absolutely run. Well, Meiya's going to take that literally. He runs all the time.
Oh, no, don't start running, Meiya. The internet will not like it.
but seriously, be strategic. Meet people where they're at. Be genuine and allow them to meet you where you're at. Build the relationships that you need and be strategic about it.
Yeah, someone that is willing to spend more than 15 minutes meeting with you. And I think someone that's willing to meet with you more than once. That is the right people. Because I've met with people that are like, I only do 15-minute meetings. And I'm like, how are we even supposed to, it's like, hello. And then the 15 minutes are done. Like, I want to get to know you as a person. How am I supposed to get to trust you if I don't even know if I like you, because you won't speak to me? So that's very important. Also, it doesn't have to take that long, because we're spending our lives, we're dedicating our lives to building a tribe of the 500 most amazing, incredible, good-hearted, like-minded, creative, intelligent, fantastic, amazing, ambitious entrepreneurs in the entire world. We're putting together 500 of them. We've spent about 2 years now.
We've spent 2 years just meeting people.
Just meeting people.
Just meeting
the
people.
whole freaking day. Every day. And we found some of the most amazing people in the entire world. So if people like us are the kind of people that you resonate with, if you like people like Andrew, Natalie, Chris, Dr. Meiya, Natasha, then your like-minded people that you can talk to are probably in this tribe. Reach out to us and maybe we'll introduce you to some of them. Or just go and click connect on the actual LinkedIn links in the description below.
There's some people for you to talk to.
Yeah, and they're amazing, and they won't try to sell you anything. They'll just try to help and get to know you. Awesome. Okay, cool. Guys, this was an absolutely amazing show. Dr. Meiya, do you want to give us final thoughts before we wrap up?
Yeah, just before you close, I mean, on a more technical level, and because sometimes you get to this, I always say develop for yourself 5 key metrics that you use as a measuring stick. What is it that that's going to inform your intelligence? For an example, measure things like the return on your efforts. What are you doing on daily, weekly, monthly basis in building your relationships and your business? And what is the investment in monetary value to that? Vis-a-vis, what is the return? For an example, what is your the number of collaborations, requests that you're getting? So I'm saying in your business, we all have different, and I'm not talking about the hardcore. I said, no, those ones. Find for yourself the 5 metrics that speaks to your business, that every morning you can just wake up and have a look at it and say, am I green, yellow, or red? What did I spend more time on? What it does, as I always say, will you prefer to drive a car without a dashboard, or do you prefer to drive a car with a dashboard? There's 5 metrics. They really become your dashboard. You know, oh, the fuel is a bit low here. There's an engine line. I need to pay attention there. need to create your own dashboard, create your own matrices that speaks to you, not intelligent, not academic, but practical, that speaks to your business. That's really what I wanted to add.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Meiya.
Note to self, get a dashboard.
Yeah, make a dashboard. Quickly, Natasha, start painting. I love it. Okay. So, guys, also please remember to get in touch with Dr. Meiya. The link is in the description below for you to get your advertising space, your profiling space.
And if we didn't say it before, the link is in the description below.
Just
so you know.
Chat to Dr. Meiya, okay? You need to be in this new magazine. It's going to be absolutely epic, and we'll also be sending it out to all of our email subscribers. So if you're an email subscriber, you'll definitely get a copy. On that note, thank you so much for joining us for the Coffee Shop Conversation Show for Entrepreneurs. We love spending this time with you every single week. Just for 1 hour every week, we connect entrepreneurs from around the world with each other. We chat about entrepreneurial stuff. If we know of some cool offers or cool things that are happening, we bring those to you. And we absolutely adore this. This is how we're going to save the global economy one small business at a time. So thank you so much for doing your part and being part of it. Remember to subscribe, click the like button, and share this episode with all the entrepreneurs out there so that they can also get their space in Dr. Meiya's magazine. We will see you again next time, same place. May all your wildest entrepreneurial dreams come true.